Hello, hello, good day, good evening, good morning, hello, happy sunrise. It is Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Courtney, host of Stars of the Morning Light, and I am with you whenever you catch this. This is definitely a timeless message. With that being said, a new message from Archangel Gabriel will be dropping this Sunday, April 13th. I do it twice a month. They are released on Sundays. Okay, folks. Oh, I hope everybody is doing well. Good day, good day. Happy to see everyone. I see that Chloe has come into the chat, Jackie J, and Kim. Great to see you, beloveds. So, this week has started the whole either I'm going to do Edgar Casey or I'm going to be here live on Friday. I'm going to have to go back and forth, mixing it up, kind of moving with the energy of whatever the week is presenting to me, right? And that is a whole lot of what this message will be today. Are you walking gently on this beloved earth of ours? We're going to cover a lot of things. And I find it fascinating that normally I usually have the curtains open and the sun is shining in on everyone because we greet the sun every day, the beloved SUN, which we will be covering the SUN all summer long. But today, just so all who are listening, two doors down, two houses down from me, they are cutting down trees. And it is very abrasive and loud. So I tried to cover the window as best as I could for sound. I do apologize if that comes in through the mic. It might possibly, because it is very loud and abrasive. So hard on my ears, which I find that's very comical, ironic. 3D is full of irony all over the place. And you just kind of got to laugh at it because today's message is so much of acknowledging the earth as they're cutting down trees two doors down. Hmm. So, good day. Happy to be with everyone. All right, folks. In our last Friday's message, I was kind of doing that three-part series about the pole shift, which we will be going back to routinely in 2025. There's a few things that we're going to keep going back to in 2025. Preparing for, well, I've been trying to prepare people for 2026 and beyond for at least 2, 3 years now. But 2025 is kind of, game on. We really need to pay attention to stuff. So, um, I'm going to be reading the last little bit from what the Akashic had said about the pole shift that we covered last week. Just the last little bit into how are you doing? Self-check-in. Into are you walking gently on this lovely earth? And what is that? And how do we do that? Is it more than just grounding? Do we know? So that is today's message. Beloved stars, I hope you are doing great. I see Centurion Sun came in. Good to see you. Seeker of Truth 2 came in. Good to see you. Happy day to you and Neil. Beloveds, let's take a nice deep breath. And just relax into our Friday. I'm going to bring us into, again, for those who have been here, we've learned this before. This is a technique to clear away all of the electronic device messages. Let's say that. All the AI, all the media, all the things heard, seen, witnessed that seeps into our subconscious subliminally, um, or we are taking it in consciously out of choice. This is a very easy method to kind of clean the slate on this beautiful Friday morning, this good day. You can do this at night before you fall asleep. You can do it throughout your day. It doesn't matter. If you have a day that you are out there running errands, I don't think people really acknowledge how many subliminal messages we take in, not just through any device or television, what have you, but also just driving down a main street. All the billboards, all the signs, all the this, all the that. Those are all subliminal messages, by the way. Yes, we take in now in today's world. Um, well, I did research 2 decades ago, and it was that we were taking in 8,000 subliminal messages a day. Back then, 2 decades ago. Um, so I think in today's world, it is now reported that we can take in, depending on our location, our day, what have you, 20,000 subliminal messages per day. And we wonder why we have crazy dreams when the subconscious has to just dump all that, right? So we can help our body, our mind, our soul by doing this simple little wipe. What we do is we take our index finger and our thumb and we kind of knock them together. This tells our inner energy, our personal energy to kind of wake up, wake up, wake up, right? We're going to do something here. Wake up, inner energy. And then we're going to take that index finger and we're going to place it right above our eyeball, kind of where it would be round and set back right in the middle of the eye. We're going to take that index finger, then we're going to wipe back over the ear, trace the ear and the skull down to the base of the head at the neck, move it up and then down the neck and out. I'm going to put my hair up to show you guys all again. We will probably be doing this routinely as well throughout 2025 because it is good to get rid of the junk, isn't it? We don't need all that influence. We don't need the influence. We already are our own influence. We are our own master creators, aren't we? So I'm waking up my energy. Wake up, wake up. Taking my index finger, placing it at the turn of the eye, right in the middle. We don't have to press too hard. We go around, around, as I turn and spin with you, around the ear, right? Down to the base of the head, pull it up, and then bring it down the neck. We'll keep working on this, folks. Ooh, I shook it. I shook the table a little bit. We'll keep working on it, but it is good to practice that and be with that and remove the stuff that we might have taken in at any time during our day. Oh, feels good. Feels good. Yes. So it's a restart. We're just restarting from whatever we might have listened to today or saw yesterday or what have you. So I entitled this, Are You Walking Gently on the Earth? When I was a young child, um, I think my father actually told me to do this just so his child would be quiet for a while and leave him alone. But it was a good practice. Um, my father would tell me what that the natives would walk gently on the earth. And he would go into all of the concepts around it from from the hunting to the observing to the respect for the earth to all things, to what they were wearing or not wearing on their feet, right? He went into all of it. And then he would just say, "So go practice. Go practice. Be quiet." Right? You need to go practice that, Courtney. So I would go out in the backyard and he would observe for a moment or two as I first would be tiptoeing around all these different things in the yard, the tree and all these little obstacles, right? So I would be extremely quiet and gentle, barely even touching the earth. And then at some point he turned to me and he said, "Hey, do you think you need to tiptoe the whole time? Do you think you're going to tiptoe through life?" Which he wanted to make that a lesson as well. But in this regard, he said, "Humans don't tiptoe. That's not what we do. We do that when we need to. But you can use your whole foot to walk gently on this earth." So then I would practice and I would practice and I would start practicing even when he was nowhere around. Always just practicing, what does it really mean to be so light that we're walking gently on this earth instead of stomping? And what does that truly mean? And in today's, as an adult, I definitely walk gently on this earth, but it's because I practiced so much as a child. But the meaning within that is far bigger and greater than just, are you stomping or are you walking smoothly, quietly, gently? The meaning within that, the metaphor of that is much greater. So that is what, in a lot of ways, we will be talking about today. Oh, and I believe maybe they stopped cutting down the trees for a moment. So I like having my sound back. I see that Jacob came in. Good to see you, my dear. I believe you're headed to work, so drive safely. Big Dad standing tall. Good day, Neil. Happy sunrise. The meaning within that. Now, this is the last words from the Akashic about the pending pole shift that we are in. We are in the shift. Science has told us. So I hope there's no big rebuttal there. We're in the shift. The last line from the Akashic records pertaining to what we need to know right now about that was, and I quote, "Learn to feel," in quotations, "learn to feel the earth under your feet." Mm. So many in today's world, uh, there's great talk about grounding. I mean, you can find many streams about it, videos about it, memes about it, posts about it. Many people talk about grounding. Many people talk about the different forms of grounding. Grounding is that selected time to focus on that, being attached to the earth, grounding. And so we're not covering that. It's, can you be grounding in every step of the way? And that is what walking gently on this earth is. Can you acknowledge that you are in a relationship with the earth at all times? Can you walk and move smoothly and quietly, gently, kindly, not just on those selected times of I'm going to spend quality time with the earth, grounding. I'm going to put my feet on the ground, right? Not just those selected times. Can you do it with every step? So in college, I became aware, and this is my personal belief. It's up to you. You can take it or leave it. In college, I got into a habit of after every semester, and semesters are usually about 4 months or so, depending on your curriculum, which is basically a season, right, of life. So after every semester, I would do a great deal of self reflecting because I became aware and a believer that with every seasonal change or every seasonal cycle that we go through, a human learns and grows and changes within every season, whatever it may be. So every season, we are adapting new things. We are adopting new things. We're adapting, possibly. We're changing. We're learning. We're growing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, every season of our lives. So, definitely in college, I got into the habit that after a semester would end, hence also a cycle, a season, I would spend a great deal of quality time with myself to reflect back on not just what I learned academically, but what did I experience? What did I learn personally? How did I mature? How did I heal? What do I still need to heal? What was presented to me? And I'm bringing this up now before we go into walking gently on this earth because everywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, which a lot of the viewers here are of the Northern Hemisphere, welcome. Wherever we are, even though the weather is a little wonky because of the pole shift, wherever we are stepping into spring. In the South, we've kind of experienced it a bit more, but I know all my beautiful friends and neighbors in the North and across the pond, spring is starting to present itself a bit, even if it's still a bit chilly. So fully are stepping out of the winter in experience, in experience, meaning we're seeing the sun more. We're experiencing the weather differently. We're experiencing putting on shorts and sandals, right? We're doing things of that nature. We're starting to prepare our gardens. So we have fully stepped out of the winter. So this is a great opportunity, especially this weekend, and do know a lot of the natives of North America. Last weekend was their new year. So I'm inviting all of us to kind of see things as in the winter has ended, spring is upon us. Take some time possibly for that self-reflection of what happened this past winter. What did I learn? What did I experience? How did I change? What do I still need to heal? What did I heal? All these beautiful questions that we can take the awareness of that into the spring, into the seeds of life we truly want to plant. It's a glorious time of year. I love it. I love it. I truly, truly love it. So I invite everyone to maybe ponder doing that at some time this week, right? This weekend, if you got even just 20 minutes to sit with yourself and go, this winter I did. I was successful in some stuff. I actually took care more than I had before, whatever it might be. Whatever it might be, and then those little nuggets of wisdom and awareness and healing and growth that you did experience, but we tend to not notice or appreciate until we're looking in retrospect back at them. It's a beautiful time of year to do so. I invite everyone. So, and as we take all those beautiful little nuggets, because I know most of you did, it was kind of a interesting winter. And the more we do our beautiful wipe of all the subliminal messages, the more we gain our own personal awareness, the more we can tap into our own energy, and the more we can be at one and peace with our standing on this earth. So, as I was a little kid, and I'd be practicing walking gently on this earth, and my father would have more conversations with me about it, about Father Sky and Mother Earth and all these things. I developed how do I walk looking above and below, above and below. How do I develop that? Because many of us, and I'm literally talking about just the act of walking, the verb of walking, right? Some people, they might just stare at the ground the entire time. And if you're a product of the 80s like I was, we were told never to do that because that's how kidnappers get you, right? We have to keep our head up and look forward. Well, so many people look forward, which is beautiful, but then they're stomping on everything around them, not seeing what's below. Most people. I have witnessed so many beautiful aspects of creation being stomped out because the humans not looking below. But we were told to not look above because then that we could be in dream world and again, possible abduction. We were told so many things. You look forward, nowhere else, right? How do we look above and below? My teachers years ago, and they repeated it over and over again. They still do, I believe. Um, they would repeat, keep your eyes on the divine. Keep your eyes on the divine. And I've kind of developed my own of keep my eyes on the divine at all times and everything will be fine. I like my little rhyme. It helps me. You can use that. Keep my eyes on the divine at all times and everything will be fine, right? Well, the divine is above and below. It's above and below. So, in this week of reflection, in this week of greeting the sun, the sun, in this week of planning for the seeds we want to plant for ourselves and others, in this week of that, Pay attention to how you actually physically walk. How do you physically walk on this earth? Now, I do want to say if you have a cane, if walking's difficult, do your best, do as you can, right? But pay attention to how you actually walk on the earth. Are you looking straight ahead and just stepping, stomping? Are you paying attention to where you're walking and above? Are you kind of rotating your vision as you go? As you go above and below, as above, so below, as below, so above. We are that middleman of the energy flow from above to the earth above. We are the conduit. We are the pure conduits of the energy that can help the earth, and vice versa. But how are we doing that? Right? How are we doing that? So after you check, after you observe how you truly walk, are you stomping down? Are you moving fast? The thing about third dimensional living, opposed to fifth and definitely seventh and eighth and ninth dimensional living, is also this season and moving into summer, it starts to propel us. All the lists, all the things, all the kids are getting out of school soon, all the trips, all the extras, all the garden work, all the, oh, people are visiting. Oh, we got this holiday. Oh, a million different birthdays in the summertime to go to. Oh, this, all of this stuff. Ooh, whoa, we're going, we're going, we're going, right? We're going. Energy, once it starts moving, propulsion gets on its way. So, this is also a reminder that not only when pay attention to how you're moving and walking, but to remind everybody that that is third dimensional living experience that will just keep you going. That will just keep you going. Very much keep you going. And when energy is in an accelerated propulsion, hmm, right? As we can all relate, how many of you this weekend are like, I have a million errands to run? Great, right? When the energy starts and the propulsion is going, it takes something to stop it, or it'll just keep going. And because you are master creators of your own life, it would require you to stop. It would require you to stop the run and start to move more smoothly and gently. When I'm out having to run errands, as we all have to, right? As we all have to, I will tell you, the beloved, what is called soccer moms of the world, typical name kind of given to the moms that their kids are in all sorts of different programs and sports, and I it's what we put kids through today and what we put parents through is wild. Um, the way that they drive and operate as in running to the next, running to the next, running to the next, running to the next. I'm just out in the world doing as I need to do, and it's I don't know how to even explain the emotion I feel towards all these beautiful people that feel as if they need to. It is compassion, definitely, concern, um, nothing, nothing in this world, absolutely zero, nothing in 3D consciousness living, 50 consciousness living, and above, absolutely zero. There is nothing in this world that we need to run to. Nothing. Unless it is an emergency. There is zero that we need to actually run to. Now, I am not talking about the beautiful Jackie J who runs miles every morning. That is for great endurance of peace and joy and calm within the being. But in our everyday life, there's absolutely zero that we need to run to. But this world, we get caught up in the propulsion of everyone because we're a part. We are connected to the whole. We start running ourselves. They're running, so I guess we're running. Everybody's running. Oh my goodness, where are we running to? What is going to be the difference between 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour? We're running, we're running, we're running because we are connected to the whole that is running, that is going in that circle, that is going in that circle. So today I'm going to just be bringing up a lot of things to maybe pay attention to because that energy coming out of winter and the sun, the beautiful sun starts to present itself more so, that energy begins. So we can become an observer and aware of at least how we are walking. Towards the end of this, I will talk about what do we do when we notice that we're stomping around or we're running. Let's pay attention to how are we walking. Let's pay attention to every time observe and acknowledge I'm in the run. I'm in the run. Why am I in the run? Do I need to be there? Right? Let's acknowledge that we're in the run just naturally because we start moving with others' energy as we're out there in the world, right? And it picks itself up more so now times in today's um the cycles that we're running into or that we're running into. So, two things to let's pay attention to this week. Let's take some time, the third one, let's take some time to do that self-reflection of what did I experience in the winter that is valuable to me? And let's acknowledge if, and so this is a fourth, this is a whole thing. And I'm going to be showing you the cards that we pulled because three sacred geometry cards came out for this message. It's like, wow. Okay, three. Okay. So let us also pay attention if we're moving within the seasonal cycles or monthly cycles of life. We can identify how well we move within this world if we're moving with nature itself, right? It's not just how we walk. It's not just if we catch ourselves in the race and have to pull back. It's not just let's give ourselves the grace and appreciation for all the valuable things we went through in the winter with that cycle coming to a close. It is, are we moving with the cycles of life, moving with the seasons, moving with the moon? So I always find it fascinating because I do in April, this April, is Easter. Um Give or take how you feel about Easter, I love the concept of resurrecting. Give or take whatever your beliefs are or not, I truly love the concept of resurrection. It's beautiful. We actually seemingly do it every morning when we wake up and greet the beautiful sun. We do it all the time. We see it in nature. The leaves drop, plants die away, plants come back, the leaves come back. I love death and rebirth. I love it. I love the fact that when we die and reincarnate, we're coming back to do it again, right? To enjoy this blessed earth again. I love every inch of the concept of resurrection, rebirth, renewal, new chances, right? I love it. I absolutely love it. And what people might not know is that Easter, whatever day that's going to fall on every year, because it's different every year, is actually based on the moon. What is the moon doing? Right? What has she got going on? And many of us humans, even if we are not aware of it, we are actually we move with the moon, not the sun. As much as I love the sun is a steady, this is what we do in the sun, this is how the sun operates. It is it's just it's just right there all the time. It's just there. We orbit, it's there. It's there. It ain't doing much. Just shining and shining and bursting sometimes, bursting. It's just doing its job, which is to be steady, 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 steady. But the moon is what most of us humans, so I'm going to ask you to acknowledge this as well. We actually energetically, energetically, and it does not matter if you are female or male, you are human. We energetically really move within the 28-day cycle of the moon. We also move within the cycles of the seasons, right? So it's cycles within cycles. I'm bringing this up because we talk a lot about the ending and the beginning of a cycle. It was a whole lot of what we talked about in January of 2025 because the awareness of a cycle ending is coming through. I want to talk about cycles for a moment. There is the seasonal cycles, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall. Awesome. There is a 28-day moon cycle. Awesome. There's also age cycles, right? Which I will speak about briefly as in regards to maybe understanding the moon, because we are very much in motion with her and the earth. Two feminines. Ain't that fascinating? We're in motion with them. When that beautiful sun just says, yeah, I'm going to stay right here and just shine. We are in cycles with them. So you have your 28-day cycle, and the moon will go in and out of different houses of zodiac symbols, all sorts of stuff. She will transition from the maiden The new moon, that little maiden, that is the representation of youth when we are young, and full of all curiosity and vibrant and hopeful and the new moon, the maiden. We all as humans experience that. Some of us, it was a long time ago. Then the moon goes into a mother stage. That is your midlife when you are working hard and you are taking care of the family and you're taking care of the mortgage and you're driving all these, you're doing so much. You are in the full grown, mature, I'm getting it done. That is the mother stage of the moon. We all as humans also have that. And then there's the crone stage where we are looking more at retirement and we have more years behind us than forward, depending on your age and when you retire, that we have more wisdom. We slow it down. We know that we do not need to rush. We know that we wish we hadn't to rush so much when we were in the mother stage. These are all cycles of a moon that happen within our lifetime, right? Youth, adult, elder, youth, adult, elder, that happen within the different seasons of a year, right? Springtime, maiden. Summer, that's the mother. We're working it in the summer. Fall is headed into the crone. There's a time period referred to as the dark moon phase. That is your after the winter solstice, pretty much all of January. That is the concept of dying away, death, so we can then reborn. We can be in creation mode again in February into the rebirth at the spring equinox. So we have all these phases. We have them whatever age we are. So this is why this is a timeless message. We are going through that phase. We are going to go through our seasonal phases. And then again, because it's the power of 3 to really drive this home, we go through that exact same cycle: maiden, mother, crone, death, rebirth, death, resurrection. We go through that exact same thing every month, every 28 days. Look at all these cycles that we have in life. Look at all this opportunity to check in with ourselves. Am I flowing with the energy that is above and with the energy below, the earth? Am I flowing with what the earth is presenting? Am I flowing with what above is presenting? Am I that beautiful conduit, that beautiful channel that helps the energy flow from above to below and back? Am I doing this? We have 3 different kind of cycles to look at, and depending on what age you are, that's the cycle we want to pay attention to, as in maiden, mother, crone. And the mother cycle, when we're going, which is represented by the summer months with the moon and the sun, when we are in that cycle, Are we stopping to acknowledging that we need to slow down, and walk gently on this earth? That we don't have to run and run and run as what the world refers to as soccer moms. That's why I brought that up. If you are interested in learning more about how to work with the moon, experience the moon, and manifest with the moon, leading into instantaneous manifestations, there is a link in the description below for an online course that has 8 videos, a 25 pages PDF workbook that goes along with it. It's an extensive, class. It's a very extensive class, that covers stuff that is you're not gonna find it anywhere else. So, if you enjoyed what you just heard, that is a minute little fraction as to how to really experience manifesting and working with the moon. The link is in the description. Um, you can buy it off of Patreon. You don't have to be a Patreon member to purchase it. You can just purchase the curriculum and it will be sent to you. So, with that being said, let's go to our cards, folks. So, today, 3 different cards came out. The first one was number 33, Miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. I'm going to hold this card up, number 33, Miracle. We got 3 cards today. I'm going to do all 3 of them, and then I'm going to go into why I believe they all came out together. Miracle. That is beautiful. You all are miracles. We are a part of Source. So therefore, believe that anything is possible. The second card that came out, number 15, Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from Source through our heart and into the world. Number 15, compassion. We are that beloved conduit. Hmm. I felt that. I truly felt that. Compassion without judgment. And then number 12 came out. Change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Who my cards know. Change. Number 12.